Hey, babe. Ready to join the revolution?
Welcome to Boss Less, Babe More, a woman-first business movement where soulful strategy means brand clarity.
I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Reka, designer and brand strategist.
Together, we build businesses that are aligned, supported, and actually sustainable.
Fuck the rules. Let's change the world for every woman who comes after you.
Hey babes, welcome back to today's episode, and we're in the weeds. We're in the weeds, so we hope that you'll come and get dirty with us, especially on the 17th. So if you've listened to our past episode, we have been literally getting in the weeds here at Holden Space.
You're so dirty.
Yeah. Really just digging up rocks and sifting dirt and giving the whole entire backyard a complete new facelift. And wow, it's been a whole experience.
Yeah, you do not realize how little a 5-gallon bucket is until you filled so many of it. It's like, oh, we barely moved any dirt. But no, we have moved a lot of dirt, but I just don't have a good idea of cubic or like mass in general. So it looks like, oh, we'll be just a couple of shovelful, a couple of buckets, a couple of wheelbarrows. It's fine. And it's, oh my gosh, still
50 wheelbarrows later.
Yeah, I think we have moved 20 plus wheelbarrows full of dirt to the front yard. Okay, this wheelbarrow is not like the largest, but still. And I mean, today is the first day that I feel like we made a dent in that dirt
huge
pile.
dent.
Yeah.
A huge dent.
Like it felt kind of overwhelming even this morning when we arrived, like, ah,
I
shit.
know, I walked out there and I was like, wait, what's this new mountain of dirt? What?
I piled a new pile on top of the previous pile. I thought about warning you so you're not completely ashen when you walk out there. But yeah, if you guys want to come, it's kind of like an open house style situation. If you bring a bucket, you're welcome to take clean, sifted dirt. Otherwise, we're still using the bucket, so I can't quite promise that we'll have a bucket for you to take. But it's quite an undertaking, and I think I was saying this to you earlier. I have a lot of respect for people who do manual labor and constantly put their body through some of these physical challenges. Like, I always understood that that was hard work, but now that we are doing this every couple of days and basically I just recover from the soreness and go back at it, hats off to anybody who's doing any kind of landscaping work.
Yeah.
Any kind of lifting, delivery stuff. Holy macaroni. But you know, with the rise of AI, that's probably what we're all going to do. Next 10 years, there's not going to be any office jobs. But until then, do you want to talk a little bit about what we are doing in our businesses?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, I've been working on a new lead magnet. Well, it's kind of a lead magnet and it's kind of an offer all at the same time. It is a course that will be launching this Friday. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
It is 95% of the way done, so I think that it will absolutely be out by the time this episode is launched. But it's all about where you're going within consciousness and what the real path to awakening actually looks like, because I think that we often get a little I don't know if sidetracked is the right word. We have these ideas about what the spiritual path should look like, and oftentimes we'll get stuck at these glass ceilings because we don't actually know what the next level of our soul's evolution really looks like. And we often will try to emulate other people and what they're doing. We do this in business too, right?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't actually work out very well for us whenever we're trying to be someone that we're not designed to be. So this course is basically all about how to walk the spiritual path most effectively. It also goes into soul level design, the Divine Soul Blueprint and how to utilize your gifts and your starseed origin to walk that path in a way that is so authentic to you. Yeah.
So go back a little bit and let's talk about when you say lead magnet, what do you mean, or what does it mean for your business to have a lead magnet?
So I am reworking lead magnets for me. So my lead magnet used to be a free offer, and it was just like I've gone through multiple different ones. One I had like a spirit guide attunement, one I had was like a PDF that it was basically like your GPS to soul level awakening. It's nice to be able to put some effort into a lead magnet, but then not be completely married to it, because a lot of times you're figuring out what actually creates leads, what actually works as a funnel. And so I'm taking a very different approach by doing this course, because it's actually not going to be a freebie, but it will be a very low price point. It's only going to be $47. So you know, it's sometimes nice to be able to have a freebie just so that you can get people to opt in and get on your mailing list, because if you can build your mailing list, it's one of the best places for you to have a touch point with prospective clients and warm leads. And your mailing list is a beautiful space for you to turn cold leads into warm leads and warm leads into paying clients. So there's lots of different ways that you can create a lead magnet. It can be literally anything, but it's more about just getting people interested to opt in and give you their email, basically. Because if you have their email, then you can send them all kinds of stuff straight to their inbox, and it's highly likely that they will open it. And then you can also get all of your awesome stats to see, okay, who's clicking, what's the click rate on these emails being opened, and just get all of those statistics to see, is the marketing that I'm doing actually transferring people from being a lead to a paying client. So it's kind of a thing that you don't just make a lead magnet and that's it forever. You will always kind of be tweaking, or, oh, my work has evolved, so I'm going to create a new lead magnet. And it's kind of an exploration process to figure out what actually works and what language you can use to actually attract in your ideal client.
Yeah. And I think another really, really important point about any kind of funnel or work like this is that you create this once, and then really, even if you're writing email sequences or trying to get people to engage with you, I don't want to say it's an easy process, but it's an easy way to put yourself out there with work that is done once. So yes, you're tweaking it, or yes, your work is evolving, but it's basically an immediate interaction with how you communicate, what kind of tone and voice you have, if you want to talk about brand strategy, how often do you show up in their emails? Are you funny? Are you nurturing? What are those things where it's like, okay, I opted to talk to you or to hear from you, however frequently, and it's on me now to engage with you, where, we talk about like trying to find people, and I oftentimes think like if people tell me to go network, it's like I want to crawl away. It's like I don't mind networking, or now I think my mindset has shifted a little bit after COVID. I was like, I'm not fucking going anywhere and don't need to talk to anybody. But ultimately to capture leads, but then have so much of the heavy lifting done by them because they read the emails, they open the whatever, like that's a really nice return on the investment. And I think you're very smart to offer it at a low price point. There's a guy I follow on Instagram, and it's every time he has something, I'll click on it, I'll see the PDFs, and it's like I'm slowly warming up to some of his content. And now he had some sort of like nervous system reset, and I didn't want to buy it, but I wanted to click on it to see. And it was the same thing. It was a $47 quick and easy. So you're still making cash. And when you're getting to enough people, eventually your time recording it and editing it you'll make that investment back. But it's not once and done, but it's a nice way to set your business up for getting the leads. Because I'm also surprised how, okay, the internet can connect you to everyone everywhere, but everybody's on the internet. So it's really not that easy to find new people, or I find it like I have a lot of returning clients, or there's a lot of word of mouth in my business, but just for somebody totally strange out of the blue to find me, it doesn't usually happen. And this is a piece that builds trust with your audience. This is a piece where it's like, oh, this is her style. This is what she's offering. This is like a tiny nugget of the content. I want more. So it's kind of a cool, if you guys don't have intro offers or funnels set up like this, I highly recommend. And it can be, like you're saying, it can be a simple PDF, a little checklist. You know, I have one for Paprika that's a branding checklist. I'm not teaching you and telling you anything about anything. I'm just giving you this long list of these are the things you should have for your brand. And it's surprising how obvious that content is for me versus how somebody's like, oh yeah, I've been looking for this exact thing. Oh, I don't know what the next step is for my soul's evolution. Oh, I do not know how to talk to my spirit guides or whatever we are offering. Like it's very interesting how obvious it seems to us. So I think sometimes people get tripped up with that. Like, yeah, offer that. Give somebody a PDF and then talk their ears off in the email and see if they'll convert. Because the more they consume, the more they're going to fall in love with your style. And then they have I also think it's beautiful when someone opts out of my emails. Oh, beautiful. It means you're no longer interested in this. I'm not spamming you. Great. You're not going to be a client. You should not be on this list. Absolutely. Instead of me having an hour-long conversation and then the sale not going through, or you deciding I'm too expensive, or now is not the time, or you thought it was something different. Guess what? You self-selected, and I did not have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
Which is babying and not bossing. So
Yeah.
that's
I think
awesome.
sometimes people get freaked out whenever, oh, I just sent a newsletter and I had a bunch of people unsubscribe to my mailing list. No, that's a really good thing because they were never ideal to begin with. So you want them to deselect from your mailing list. So never freak out if you send an email and then suddenly people are dropping off. That's just a filter for the people that don't belong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's very cool. So you decided on a course just because it's a format you haven't done before? Do you feel like it was the face-to-face? What made you decide on the course?
I am going in a couple different directions with it. One, currently my business gets a lot of referrals and returning people, which is really nice. Having a referral-based business is excelente. Would highly recommend it. But also, I wanted something that, yes, could kind of make like fast, easy cash and is an easy thing to say yes to because honestly, I'm more of a high ticket coach, and sometimes it's more difficult to get somebody from a free offer into paying $1,000 as your baseline. And so giving something that's kind of like this easy opt-in gives it one, because it's paid, it does weed out the tire kickers who, oh, I just want a free course. I just want 3 helpful tips. Like, that's not what this is at all. But simultaneously, it warms people up to actually know what it is that you do without actually having to get on a phone call for a consultation. So that's something that I've run into where, you know, if you're out in the wild networking and trying to find leads, you can have some really incredible conversations with people, but it doesn't always lead to them wanting to have a 1-hour phone conversation with you. And so the course in my mind is really nice because my plan is to, which I guess, let me tell you this now.
Let's hear it.
I'll have like business cards that have a QR code on it. And anybody that I meet in person can get the QR code to it. Plus, it'll have a link to actually make it a free offer for them specifically. But if you find me any other way, like on social media or through a mailing list, then it would be the 47. So it's kind of like a nice way to connect with people and not like force a payment on them. It's like, oh, we just met, we just had a really cool conversation. Let's have a little bit more depth here by you taking this course, and then I'll follow up via email and a nurturing sequence. So
I also think sometimes the especially the networking things, like I'm not necessarily there to make a sale and I'm not necessarily there to book a client. Sometimes it's just nice to meet interesting people. And if I get into this mindset that I'm here to close some sort of deal, it smells like I'm there to close some sort of deal and it becomes so cringy. And I'm sure there are people who are very successful. If you guys are rocking it, like keep doing that. But it is not a good way for me to
I
stay
don't
in front of
think it's
people.
a good way for anybody, really. I mean, if you are, and that's how you're making your money and getting clients, that's great. However, networking events specifically are meant for you to go connect with other people so that they can refer people that they
Mm,
know to you. Like it's about building real relationships and connections so that you can get referrals instead of targeting those people there. There's so many networking events where it's like you're just in a pool of sharks. Everybody's trying
yes.
to make a sale, everybody's looking for another client. And that's not actually how networking
Yeah.
events are meant to
That's the
operate.
ones I've been to most of the time that just I'm like, I'm out. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have a link for this for you guys to check it out, but I am curious if you guys have some tips and tricks or how you're structuring some of your more intro level or freebie types of offers. Feel free to hit us up on Instagram where we post the socials for the podcast. Like feel free to share what's working and not working for you guys, but I do think there's a ton of value. You know, they say like don't give away your stuff for free and blah blah blah, but there is so much out there in the world that to introduce yourself you have to give something away. You have to, even if it's a low ticket thing, like you have to offer yourself out there, because I mean the chances that someone's just going to randomly find you is extremely difficult. So especially I think in the online sphere, like neither of us really, like we have an office space and we have some places that we can do physical work like one-on-one and face-to-face, but anymore I think it's just all going to disappear and social media is going to disappear. Like we're in the day and age that your email list will be your freaking best
It will
asset.
be your lifeline.
And those will be the people that, yes, they may deselect, but if they're the right people and they read your email over and over again and you're consistent, you're already showing up for them in a way that they're gonna like you and they will want to work with you, even if they're not quite ready or they just purchased that first thing and they're not ready to hop on. But it's it's a part of business that I didn't really understand when I first started out. I just had a lot of referrals and I knew people, but it's like, oh yeah, if I'm in front of them all the time, like somebody came through my email newsletter and she was like, oh yeah, I've been actually thinking about this. I don't even know how long she's been on my newsletter. I didn't really know that she needed design help. And it's like, oh, this is cool. She's just been reading. And some of my stuff is really meandering, personal. I'm not always like asking for a specific sale or anything. And it's nice, like, oh, okay, now you have my tone of voice down. Now you kind of have like a familiarity of how I am and how I do things. Um, but yeah, this is really exciting. And especially the course thing, I think is like, we're going to see your pretty face and hear your pretty voice. Like, that's a cool way to really be in front of someone.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
awesome.
Yeah, and I also want to kind of circle back to what do you put in a lead magnet? What is the free offer? Because I think that whenever you're first starting out doing your lead magnet and funnels, it can be really frustrating and confusing. And what I consistently notice is that people give away too much without having a strong call to action. So the thing is, and we've said this in previous podcast episodes, we devalue what we always have. So the skill set, whatever it is that you do as a professional, you really value it so much less
Yeah.
than your prospective clients will.
Mm-hmm.
And so actually your free offer should be kind of bare bones. Like it should deliver just enough value without giving away all of your trade secrets. And it should have a call to action that is very fucking clear, because that is why you have a funnel. One, it's to get the emails, but two, it's to make a suggestion that working with you is the obvious next step.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times we'll kind of chicken out at the very end of our
Yes.
lead magnet and not actually have a
Definitely done
clear call to action. It's like,
Definitely done that.
then people are confused and they don't actually know what they need to do next. And so it is your responsibility as a professional and as an entrepreneur to be the expert and to tell them what they need to do next. Because it's not harping on people, and it's not like, well, give me your money. It's not like that at all. It's like, oh, I have what you need.
Yeah,
I genuinely can support you in this. And that is a gift. So we need to change our mindsets around it as well, so that we're not thinking that we're being yucky whenever I'm just trying to get emails. I'm just trying to make a sale. That's not what it is at all. It's really about how can you be of the highest level of service for your prospective clients and customers.
Yeah. And then write a couple of emails. So it's not like you put this thing out there and it's like crickets, because I've done that. Like, here's my lead magnet, and then I have 2 emails, and it's like, now what they are doing.
Now I'm dropping you.
I have currently, I think the way it works for me with the brands, the checklist, the branding checklist, is that they get a couple of specific emails about that, and then I funnel them into my main mailing list. So whatever I'm already talking about on Fridays, that's what they're gonna get eventually. So I'm not like keep reiterating, like, did you do your checklist? Did you find anything interesting? Is there anything I can support you with? Whatever the hell I'm saying. But then it goes into a generic kind of funnel. So it's like, at least they're still staying on until they decide, like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm not interested in this person. Versus, because I've gone down these rabbit holes, like, okay, here's this 14-day sequence. And then it's like, okay, after that, I've given away so much and they have not decided to work with me. What the fuck do I do with them? Now, just like have a couple of points of contact. Maybe they'll talk about that PDF. Maybe they'll get back to you. Maybe they'll say something, but keep nurturing them in another sequence. Like, you don't have to have 5,000 sequences.
Yeah.
I think we also I personally very much overcomplicate email sequences. So I'm like, let's just pull it back, make it simple, put them in a large bucket that going to reach them. Something about branding, something about me as a designer, something where I'm in front of them every week. Like, oh yeah, that's right. This is the person who does this kind of work. Okay, cool.
And it does take about 16 touch points. I know that sounds crazy, but it's about 16 different touch points before somebody trusts you enough to hand you their credit card. So don't be afraid to email the fuck out of your mailing list. Like, it's not bothering people. It's not spamming people. If they don't like it, they'll deselect, but make sure that you are actually following up and actually having those touch points, because again, it takes like 16 times before somebody.
I did not know that number.
It's really annoying. Sorry, guys. That's the bad news for today.
Yeah, but but I think this is important. Like, will focus like, oh shit, okay, I need a lead magnet. Then you work on your lead magnet. Then you create this beautiful thing. Maybe you get somebody to help you design it. Maybe it's a course you recorded. You do all this thing, and it's like, that is a really important piece of the puzzle. And then do not forget the rest too, because then it's like, what? Then you're not really getting new leads in, that you're really not nurturing people. If anything, you may be turning them off, like, oh, this person totally dropped me. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if I can trust them because they're not doing this thing. So sometimes that's why I get tripped up. Like, okay, have the offer, but make sure they are in some sort of bucket and hear from you regularly, because otherwise, I don't want to spend my time writing 5,000 different emails to 5,000 different people. But if you think about it, smart and organize yourself in a way, then you can make it work for you for fairly low effort. And then even just, if I think about the email sequences, once that's written and done, even if you funnel them into something different later, or you don't talk to them every couple of days, it maybe is once a week eventually. Once you write that, it's done.
Yeah.
All of these automation email places now, like, I use MailerLite because I don't have that many clients on my list. So I'm still on the free plan. I think it's like up to 500 people or 1,000 people. It's still free. It's so smart. Like, you're going to spend a little bit of time to figure out who goes into what bucket and what are the names of the different groups and how they go through stuff. But you're not there every day doing that email. You can pre-do it. It's so nice.
Yeah. And where you can with that kind of stuff, automate.
Automate. Mm-hmm.
It's going to make your life so much easier and less
Yeah.
stressful instead of like, oh shit, it's Friday morning. I still haven't written my newsletter for the week, you know, whatever that is. It's really nice whenever you just set yourself up, and it is work on the front end, but it just makes things so much easier on the back end. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So that's what we have for you today. Think about your funnels and intro offers and freebies and how you structure them, and then how you are actually nurturing those people once they have come through the door or give you their email address. And I just think it bears repeating, like social media and the way we communicate, like everything is going to go away and change and shift so dramatically in the next few years. AI is going to reshift and restructure so much. People that actually read emails is going to be your best point of contact.
which is everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody reads emails.
Yeah.
So
Like, tell me somebody who doesn't have an email address, right? And so, and then people have the choice to not open it. So it doesn't matter. Write it anyway. But it bears repeating. Like, that's going to be your best way to keep your people and find your people.
yeah. And then last but not least, just some housekeeping on events that are happening here at Hold Space. Again, we have our yard party that is an open house on May 17th, which is a Sunday, and it will be from 10 to 4. Come and go as you please. There will be charcuterie, drinks, snackies, and a whole lot of manual labor. Thank you.
Yes. There's a Google Doc sign up sheet that we'll link to again.
Yes, Google Doc sign up sheet. We would love to have you. If you have gloves, a shovel, or some buckets, it would be awesome if you could bring those with you. And then lastly, May 31st from 5 to 7, we will have another Cacao Ceremony and Sound Bath where we're going to actually be doing a journal burning. So if you come to that, the link is in the description. You can sign up there, but make sure that you bring a journal that you're ready to burn. Anything that you're like, you know what, this is energy that I don't want to be holding on to any longer, or just something that you feel ready to release, go ahead and bring that journal with you. And I'll also be giving mini primary life lesson readings.
Yes, don't forget that.
yeah.
That's going to be glorious.
It's going to be a juicy one.
Also, it is on a full moon, so not that we're making it a full moon ceremony, but it's just a really nice coincidence that it would be journal burning, letting go of shit. It's in a fire sign, so just kind of the perfect, honestly. You just gotta come.
You just got to come and experience it. Yeah.
It's the perfect Sunday to do this with us. So link is in the description. Sign up and come join us.
Yep, we would love to see you. And until then,
don't forget
to boss less, babe more.